This program is sponsored by Chocolations, located at 607 East Boston Post Road in Mamaroneck.
Elijah Ware here at Mamaroneck High School as the Tigers get set to host the Arlington Admirals in a quarterfinal playoff matchup in high school boys lacrosse. The Tigers come in at 15-1, the number 1 seed. The Admirals at 10-7, the number 8 seed. The winner will go on to the semifinals to play either North Rockland or Mahopac on Monday. We'll be right back with your opening face-off. We are here for the opening face-off, and it's Shane Smith who nearly gets the opening face-off, and it is the Tigers who control, and they are now in the attack area and looking to get a move on here to start this game. The Tigers want to come in here, play some aggressive lacrosse, find the creases within the Admirals defense, and have good ball movement. As a screen is set there, and we have an early goal here. And the Tigers strike first with 11:36 to go. Will Martin with the first goal of the game. And 24 seconds into this one, the Tigers are already up 1-0. That was a quick little screen play there. I believe it was JB who set the screen, JB Connor, and Will Martin with the goal. And as I said earlier, the Tigers are looking to attack often and early here in this quarterfinal matchup. And this face-off is snagged away by Shane Smith as he attacks. They move the ball around. Here's another shot from Martin, but this one is just left of the goal. And the Admirals will take possession. So it's now the Admirals as Will Martin harasses Billy Kelly as the Admirals finally get it onto their offensive side of the field, and they're looking to settle things down in order to set up their attack. As said in the pregame, the Admirals come in at 10-7. They defeated New Rochelle in the first round, 17-5. So they're feeling good about themselves. They're down 1-0 early, but I'm sure they're coming into this game confident and looking for an upset over the 15-1 one-seeded Tigers, who had a first-round bye. And the Admirals try to swing it around. This one will sail out of bounds, and it'll be the Tigers taking over. This one is across the midfield line. Tom Conley runs around, looking to set things up for his Tigers offense. He goes to the deep corner behind the net. And here's where Conley will look to attack. He makes a move. He tries to get it to the middle. He doesn't. He makes a spin, another spin. He looks for a pass, and he tries to get in there. He's close, and he gets in there, and he gets a goal. Tom Conley. And the Tigers have a 2-0 lead 2 minutes into this game. And so far, they're getting whatever they want, whenever they want. With 9:53 to go, 2-0, Mamaroneck leading. So I'm sure that one took a lot out of the Admirals, as the Tigers come in off a very strong regular season. The only game they lost was their first one, where they really just lost the first quarter. After that, they controlled the final 3 quarters. Couldn't come away with the win in the first game, but they're on the 15-game win streak and look to make it 16 as Shane Smith gets another face-off, as that's what he does game in and game out, getting possession for his team. Good awareness there by J.B. Connor. And it's now the Tigers getting into the teeth of the Admirals defense, still in control of the ball, and this one sails out of balance as Grant couldn't control it. And it'll be Admirals' ball. This one is caught, a great catch by Jack Lowinger. And the Tigers are back on the move as they look to push the pace and expand their lead. Already up 2-0 just 3 minutes into this contest, as they've come out crisp to start this game. They've gotten into the teeth of the Admirals defense, and it hasn't been off of too much ball movement so far. They've used their legs to drive and get easy shots on goal, as the Tigers are superior athletically, more experienced as a team, and they look to capitalize, as this is a shot. And this one sails far right by J.B. Connor, and a great stick. And a hold called by the referee, and it'll be the Tigers' ball. But that was a great check, stick check there by J.B. Connor, as he knocked the ball loose, and the Tigers are back on the attack. And this one, as Conley tried to wrap around goal, he misses, and possession will remain with the Tigers. A nice day out here for some playoff lacrosse, as this one is shot, but it'll still be Tigers' ball. But a nice day out here, about high 60s, a nice calm breeze. The lights are just starting to come on. There is some rain in the forecast, a 30% chance. So we'll see if we get past that, as that shot is taken by Conley, and it sails out of bounds, and possession will remain with the Tigers. If Mamaroneck can get a goal here, that would be huge. And it's still Tigers' ball as they stay on the attack, trying to find another seam within the defense. And we now have a timeout called by the Admirals. Coach Chad Jones wants to talk things over with his team before things get out of hand. We'll be right back with LMC Varsity Sports. We are back here as the Tigers still have possession in the X area. It's Conley, as he makes a pass or tries to get a wraparound goal, and this one is missed. And possession still remains with the Tigers. There's 7 minutes left to go here in this first quarter. The Tigers have an early 2-0 lead, and the Admirals finally get a stop as they try to push the pace. And it's J.B. Connor knocking the ball loose, and a great tip. And here comes a shot, and this one sails wide left for Conley. But a great tip to J.B. Connor to maintain possession. Just far left on the shot, but the Tigers do remain with possession. And here's another goal for Will Martin as the Tigers take a 3-0 lead. 6:37 here to go in the first quarter, and Mamaroneck is in control as they are imposing their will here early against the Admirals. Will Martin with his second goal of the game. Under 6 minutes underway here in this contest. And here's Shane Smith again as he looks to win another face-off. So Shane Smith unable to win that one. This face-off won by Peter Grega for the Admirals as they try to claw their way back into this game. It's still early, so they have time, but they're gonna have to start getting some points on the board and getting some stops as the Tigers come in very sharp, very physical, and they know each other well. And here's a possible attempt, but this one knocked away by the Tigers. This one stolen and hauled in by Jack Freed. He passes it up to Felix Miller. Miller up to Martin as he looks for a crease, and he goes to the X as he looks for a pass. This one passed out to Conley as he's been a big playmaker here so far to start this game. And here's a pass to Martin, and Martin shoots another, and Martin scores another, and he has an early hat trick here as the Tigers take a 4-0 lead. And Will Martin is having himself a first quarter with 3 of the 4 goals for the Tigers, just 6.5 minutes into this contest. And the Admirals come out a little shaky here to start this quarterfinal contest. They still have a lot of time left, but the Tigers are definitely in control here to start this game. So Smith unable to get that one again as it's Grega winning the face-off, giving his team possession. And a near steal there. A near steal by Jack Benton as the ball is still rolling around and the Tigers pick it up. This one scooped up by Felix Miller, and the Tigers are off to the races as it's Shane Smith pushing the pace. He makes a pass over to Conley, Conley to Martin. Martin shoots another, and this one will sail out of bounds. But some good pressure applied there from the Tigers as they move the ball, get a good shot on goal. This one sails just wide right, but they still maintain possession as they look to expand on their 4-0 lead here in this first quarter. This one pitched in a lane and a good pass there. And this one just too high for Conley as he was in the right place at the right time, just unable to convert that shot. But the Tigers are doing well here to start this game. With about 4 minutes left to go here in this first quarter. And it's Conley once again looking to make a move. And he does, and he tries to shoot a wraparound shot. He looks at the referee for a call. He doesn't get it. And possession will still remain with the Tigers. This time it's Will Martin. He makes a move. He loses the ball. And this one is scooped up by the Admirals and down the sideline. It looks like Mike Santiago. And the Admirals are in control of the ball as they look to get into scoring position, trying to get things settled down on the offensive end so they can find some seams and some creases as this one is driven in, but just far right. And it sails out of bounds, but possession will remain with the Admirals. Some good defense there from Jack Benton. It's actually not Jack Benton, actually Michael Bennett. And the Tigers are on the move. Declan Harrigan over to Conley, over to Martin, and this one is caught by the goalie for the Admirals, Griffin Ware. But back in control of the Tigers, Reed Sakakini has the ball. He passes this one over. As the ball movement for the Tigers has been good, but they've really been doing a lot of work with their feet as they're seemingly faster and stronger than the Admirals. And this one scooped up by Conley as he pushes the pace, passes it to the middle. This one swung over to the right, but unable to be controlled by Malice. And that was another possible shot attempt coming up for the Tigers, but unable to be controlled on the pass. But the Tigers are still in control of the ball. And it's now Lowinger losing the ball, and the Admirals have it. Now the Admirals are pushing the pace down the sideline as Colin Ford, he does a half spin, gets through, and his coach calls a timeout as he's running towards the goal. He possibly had a shot coming up, but Coach Jones wants to talk things over with his team as they're down 4-0. 2 minutes to go here in this first quarter. The Tigers are in control, and we'll be right back. So after the timeout from Coach Jones, the Admirals set things up to try to get a goal here before the end of this first quarter. Under 2 minutes to go. With the ball is Tom Boyle. He passes it behind the net as the Admirals swing it around, unable to locate the ball. This one is scooped up by the Tigers, and it looks like Jack Betton as he scoops it up, passes it, and this is another shot for Martin and another goal for Martin, his fourth of the first quarter, and the Tigers expand their lead to 5 with 1:30 to go here in this first quarter. They are in major control, and they look far superior here in this 1 versus 8 quarterfinal matchup against the Admirals. The Admirals fans urge their team to amp it up. It's a lot of time still left, but the Tigers are indeed in control, up 5-0, and this face-off is won by Shane Smith. And this is another shot attempt from Martin as he was going for his 5th. And his stat sheet is, no matter if he scores another goal or not, his stat sheet is gonna look good after the game. So we'll see if he's the one that does indeed get the playoff interview here in this quarterfinal. And he gets his stick on the stick, knocks the ball loose, and a legal procedure called by the referee, and it'll be Mamaroneck ball as they look to set things up. On the referee's cue, of course, he blows the whistle, and Shane Smith is on the attack. He passes this one over to Conley. Conley back to Martin as they're pretty relaxed here with the 5-0 lead, 50 seconds to go. I'm sure they want to get another one on the board or 2 before the end of this first quarter as they are in command. JB Connor at the top. Drives it to the wing. Makes a cut. Passing a good look, but a bad pass. And this one snuck in, and it looks like Morris Jansen, and it is Morris Jansen, as the junior gets a goal and expands the Tigers' lead to 6-0 here in this first quarter. 25 seconds to go. And the Tigers are imposing their will here as the #1 seed. Shane Smith in again for the face-off. Against Grega. Grega's been doing a good job of holding his own against Smith. But Smith wins this one as he attacks again. Running out of time here in this first quarter. The Tigers looking to get another goal. This one is shot, missed, and another shot is in for the Tigers. Number 27, Grant Malice. And the Tigers have a 7-0 lead in this first quarter. So this one getting ugly early as the Tigers do their little chant. talking about, yeah, White, urging their teammates to keep the pressure on because there's still a lot of game left. This is the playoffs, so you can't expect the Admirals to lay down. But they are in a deep hole here with 13 seconds to go in the first quarter, down 7-0. And it's going to be tough for them to overcome this one. And we now have a new face-off guy in, and it's Robert Lundberg for the Tigers. And Lundberg called for a kick. So it'll be the Admirals' ball as they try to get one in with 5 seconds to go. This one dug in and a penalty flag thrown. And I guess we'll have a power play. Well, we have a hold against Mamaroneck, but that's the end of the first quarter. Tigers up 7-0, certainly coming out crisp and sharp here to start this quarterfinal matchup. We'll be right back with LMC Varsity Sports for the second quarter. Back here for the second quarter. The Tigers up 7-0, coming out, moving the ball, attacking the gaps, and spreading the wealth. Not too much, as Will Martin had 4 first quarter goals. And as they switch ends of the field, it's now Martin behind the net in the X area, looking to start up the Tigers' attack. Tigers coming off a magnificent regular season, going 15-1. The winner will play North Rockland or Mayapop in the semifinal on Monday. And so far, it's looking like it's going to be the Tigers, unless we have some miraculous change of energy within the Admirals. But so far in this game, the Tigers have been just too much, and there's another dagger in their hearts. And this time is J.B. Connor, as he puts 8 points on the board for the Tigers. And they are certainly imposing their will here early in this game. I'm sure the Admirals came into this game confident, with high hopes, winning 17-5 against New Rochelle. But they are now playing against the number 1 seeded Mamaroneck Tigers. And this team is no joke, as Shane Smith nearly wins another face-off. This one rolls to the Admirals as Colin Ford drives down the sideline, and he is going towards the net. He had a chance, and this one knocked away by the Tigers, Danny Jewell, as a scramble for the ball. And the Admirals are being harassed. They get it across the midfield line. And the sun has come out just a little bit, or actually a lot, here in this second quarter. 10 minutes left to go. 8-0 Tigers lead. And the Admirals have the ball. It's just tough when you're an inferior team. Nobody ever wants to think that way. As the Admirals get their first goal, just as I was saying, they're the inferior team. Maybe that's what they needed. But it looks like Jack Konitzer on the goal. And the Admirals get their first goal of the game with 9:49 to go here in the second quarter.
Good shot, Jack.
And I know that was a relief for the Admirals. After playing for over 14 minutes, finally getting their first goal. And there's still a lot of time left, just like the Tigers scored 8 goals. The Admirals definitely have a shot to still come back.
but they're gonna have to play hellified defense and really be on the attack if they want to get past this Tigers defense. Consistently, at least. And this one shot just too high for Shane Smith as he was running straight towards the net. And possession will remain with the Tigers as Conley passes this one up. This one gonna be swung up top to J.B. Connor. And the Tigers get things settled down and they look to attack. Not necessarily trying to stall right now. Just gonna take their time. They have a 7-goal lead and they're gonna find the crease within the defense. And this one scooped back up by the Tigers, and this shot taken by J.B. Connor just far left. But possession remains with the Tigers. This is Conley. As he spins, makes a good pass across field. Unable to be controlled, but scooped back up by the Tigers. Henry Rayner with the ball. He makes a move middle, tries to go back to the wing, and takes a shot and scores. A magnificent shot from Henry Rayner as he set that one up with a series of moves. About 4 or 5 moves took him to get to that shot. And he gets his first goal of the game and boosts the Tigers' lead back up to 8 as they take a 9-1 lead with 8:34 here to go in this second quarterfinal matchup. Face-off still being fought for. And this one scooped up by the Tigers. Reed Sakakini. And he looks to make a move, makes a spin, and sets things up for his Tigers offense. He makes another spin move. And we have a timeout called by Coach Barnard as he wants to talk things over. Probably really wants to go here to really put his team in control, keep their confidence going, keep the momentum going. After the Admirals just scored their first goal not too long ago. So after the timeout from Coach Barnard, we'll be right back. After the timeout from the Mamaroneck Tigers, they have possession and are looking to get another goal on the board. Seemingly they've been able to score whenever they want. And Jansen is pancaked. Looked like Bradley Nieves. So Nieves gets the pancake on Jansen and play is stopped momentarily. And possession will remain with Mamaroneck. But that was a great shove there from Nieves for the Arlington Admirals. .756 left to go here in this first half. And Mamaroneck just looking to get out of here and move on to the next one. As said earlier, they'll be facing either North Rockland, who is the number 4 seed, or Mayapack, who's the number 5 seed. And the Admirals have the ball, and they get this one across, but just too high. And Mamaroneck regains control. This one passed up to Conley. As Mamaroneck looks to get their spacing under control so they can really attack those gaps and get the right angles to shoot the ball into the net. Maybe get some driving lanes, able to take it into the teeth of the defense, and they get just that, and there's a shot from Conley, but this one sails wide right. And it'll be Admirals' ball. So the Admirals on the attack. James Brinkman goes middle. The Admirals circle the net, spin back. It's now Tom Boyle with the ball. He swings it back up top to Mazzone, or Louis Mazzone. Mazzone passes this one middle, and the shot is taken by Rich Finn, but it sails wide left. And the Admirals will remain in control of the ball as they look to cut into this Mamaroneck lead before the end of the first half. Ball being swung around. No real driving lanes as Shane Smith clogs that one up. The Admirals look to make a spin move, but the physicality of the Tigers has just been too much. And this one is scooped up by Freed. And a good pump fake pass from Felix Miller as he goes up the sideline, passes it up to Grant Malice. Malice taking it to the net. He takes a shot, tries to get the bounce. He doesn't. The Admirals scoop it up, and this is a near big mistake as this one corralled right in front of the net by the Admirals. And they almost gave a goal away on that one, but they maintained the control. Well, they're able to control the ball, and they're back on the attack. Good, strong defense being played by Mamaroneck so far. I think them playing great defense has really led to even better offense. Everybody is involved. Good ball movement, good spacing. They're able to attack the gaps, get some open shots on net. As Arlington tries to get in there, but again, the physicality of Mamaroneck stops that one up, knocks the ball away, and the Admirals have to start the attack over again. Rich Finn with the ball. He takes a shot, and this one knocked away by Freed. Jack Freed, the sophomore goalie, knocks that one away, and the Tigers regain possession as this one is passed up to Declan Harrigan, the hockey star, taking it onto the field from the ice. He passes this one up to J.B. Connor. As the Tigers get their spacing together, settle things down. Morris Jansen with the ball. As he trots around the net. He makes a cut, looks for a pass to the middle, doesn't find one. Back to the X. It's now Conley as he uses his speed, makes a pass. This one is shot, knocked away, and Arlington has control. And this is a bad pass, able to be corralled by the Admirals, but they're being harassed by the Tigers defense, and this ball sails, and it'll be picked up by the Tigers. This one passed across the field, up the sideline. Danny Jewell, he scoops it up, looks to make a move. He's being hit, no call. The ball pops free. Admirals try to corral the ball, unable to, and the Tigers do. I see it's the little things like that that often make a difference in a game. Getting loose balls, just being focused, getting your stick on the ground to scoop up the ball. It's just the little things that good teams do and bad teams don't. It's a very small margin for error, especially in the playoffs. Tigers still leading 9-1. Time ticking away here in this second quarter. 2 minutes and 15 seconds to go. It's now Conley. He makes a spin. He tries to shoot it behind his head. The no-look shot. It was online, but knocked away by Griffin Weir. And Weir scoops that one up and regains possession for his team. I'm not sure exactly what the Admirals are thinking right now, but I know that they have to get at least another goal before the end of this quarter if they want to have a shot to try and get back in this game here in the second half. The Mamaroneck defense has been superb, so it's hard for the Admirals to really get anything going offensively. As they move the ball around, the lateral movement of the Tigers has been great. Their speed and agility is just on another level as the Admirals get that one in there, but again, the physicality close to the net from the Tigers, it's a different ball game in there. Tigers now in command. This one swung over to Malice. Malice passes it out with a minute left to go here in the second quarter. And it's now J.B. Connor. He drives, knocked away as the Tigers regain possession. Henry Rayner has the ball as he takes his time in a similar spot to where he was when he got his last goal. He makes a move, spins, shoots, and this one sails wide right. Tigers still with possession, commanding 9-1 lead. Will Martin with 4 first quarter goals and a timeout called by the Tigers as Coach Barnard wants to set something up to try to get a 10th goal here in this first half before the end of the quarter. So while Coach Barnard draws up a play, we'll take a quick break and be right back with LMC Varsity Sports. Back here for the final 26 seconds of the first half. The Tigers in command, leading 9-1, looking to get a final goal here to end this second quarter. Now 12 seconds left to go. Conley drives, makes a great pass, and this goal is shot and scored by Henry Rayner, his second, with 7 seconds left to go. And that was beautifully drawn up by Coach Barnard. Conley draws the defense to him, brings everybody's attention to one side of the field, passes it back to Rayner. He takes the shot, he scores in the bottom left-hand corner of the goal. The Tigers expand their lead to 9, leading 10-1 here in this first half with 7 seconds left to go. Pretty sure time is going to tick out before another goal, but a very strong performance here to start this game for the Tigers. It's now Shane Smith as he drives, and they may have another chance to shoot, and they won't. And some good defense is played by the Admirals to end the first half. And the Tigers are indeed in control, 10-1. Very strong first half. 4 first quarter goals for Will Martin. Some good playmaking from Tom Conley and J.B. Connor. And that leads to a commanding lead for the Tigers going into the half. We'll be right back for your second half of play with LMC Varsity Sports. Here for the second half face-off, Shane Smith versus Bradley Nieves. Mamaroneck up 10-1 after a commanding first half of action. And Shane Smith wins another face-off, as he does so often. He pushes the pace using his speed and athleticism. It's now Conley. They already have a near shot attempt. This one passed to the X area to Will Martin. He makes a spin, brings it back, gets a pick, and this one passed back up top to J.B. Connor as the Tigers look to set things up. And this one is shot by J.B. Connor to the high corner, and he scores the first goal as it's now 11-1. Just over 30 seconds to go here in this second half. And the Tigers pick up where they left off, attacking the gaps, getting good clear shots on goals. And once it's a 12-point lead, the clock will be running. So the Tigers now have 11 goals here in this game. Me and Rob's favorite number. And the Admirals, I'm just lost for words. I mean, I'm pretty sure they're out there fighting. It's a quarterfinal playoffs. They won their first round matchup. But the Tigers just coming off a great regular season. They're just too much right now. It's really their year. And it's now Henry Rayner as he trots behind the net, makes a cut, makes a pass. This one swung back around over to Conley. He gets a little spacing. Conley takes it to the X area. Mamaroneck really just playing some great lacrosse here. Great defense, only giving up one goal in the first half. And this is going to be another shot. This one going wide right, but it was indeed open for J.B. Connor. Just a little too far for him. But so far, just a commanding effort here from Mamaroneck. They came out from the get-go, imposed their will, and they're showing exactly why they're on a 15-game winning streak coming into this game. The Admirals looking for something, some sign of life to at least make the game look respectable. This 1 versus 8 matchup, a tough one for the Admirals, as they're playing the best team in the region, best team in the section. And it's tough. I mean, when you get that 1 versus 8 matchup, everybody's 0-0, but you know, Mamaroneck's the 1 seed for a reason. They put in the work, they prepared, they understand the game, they're hustling, getting all the ground balls, and they're doing what they have to do to be up 10 goals with just 3 minutes into the second half. So hats off to them. It's very important during this time to sustain, keep playing the game the right way. That's how you avoid injury. Don't let up. Just keep pushing. Maybe stall a little bit, run some time off the clock. As some substitutions are made, Cameron Theed into the game. Reed Sakakini, Grant Malice, Morris Jansen, Connor Sundin, J.B. Connor still in the game. This one passed to the X, Cameron Theed. He drives, this one passed across, good pass over to J.B. Connor. He misses. This one knocked away by Griffin Weir. The Admirals, they now have numbers. They attack. They have a couple angles, couple passing lanes. This one is passed, and this one knocked away by Freed. Great defense by Freed as he gets his stick on that one and keeps the lead at 10 for the Tigers. Great reaction there from Freed as he does it on the ice and the field. And he makes a great defensive effort there. Declan Harrigan comes out the game. Cameron Thede with the ball. Cam Thede drives. He's hit with a stick. Over to Sundin, back up top to Sakakini. And this one just too high. And that was a sloppy pass there.
Hey, I appreciate that.
And now the Admirals will take possession. 7 minutes to go here in this third quarter. 10-point lead for the Tigers. Good lateral movement there from Shane Smith. He slides his feet, tries to get a stick on there, and this one is saved by Freed as the fight for the ball continues. And this one still being fought for, and this one is scooped up. It looks like Tom Boyle scooped that one up. And Arlington is now being harassed, and this one is, I believe it may have been offsides, I'm not sure. But it's now Mamaroneck ball, and they'll start their attack. Cam Thede swings it, swung back up top. This one drove in, and the ball is lost. And the fight around the net for the ball continues. And the referee declares that he was inside of the goalie area, and that is off limits. So now be Arlington ball. So a slow start here to the second half. Only one goal scored so far. I believe it was J.B. Connor who scored the first goal of this half. Will Martin has 4 goals. All 4 coming in the first quarter, as that's when Mamaroneck really came out and took control of this game. Cam Thede takes a shot, and Cam Thede scores, and it's now a 12-1 lead for the Tigers. And that was a good shot there from Thede. And just more good ball movement from the Tigers, attacking the net, having good shot angles, and getting the ball in there. It's not much you can say. I don't know what more Arlington can do against this Tigers attack, but it's coming, and it's gonna keep coming, and it's not gonna stop until there's 000s on that clock. So one more goal would cause the mercy rule to go into effect, which means a running clock when there's a 12-goal lead. Things are looking bleak here for Arlington, as I know it's just the third quarter, but their season is winding down here, so they have nothing to lose now. They might as well, play a little helter-skelter, play overly aggressive, try to get a few goals to possibly try to get back into this game. Can never quit. But things are looking bleak. But they might as well just play some helter-skelter defense, try to confuse Mamaroneck a little bit, put some pressure on them. Here comes a shot, and a great save from Freed. as he's only given up 1 goal. He's been on point this entire game. And this one controlled by Mamaroneck, Matt Marland, loses the ball. And this is a spin. And some strong ball handling there from Colin Ford, as his cross was hit multiple times, but he maintained possession for his team. And this one is now on the ground and being fought for. And this one blown dead by the referee, and the Admirals will maintain possession. The Admirals, this is a shot. This one saved again by Freed, an easy save for him that time. And it's Mamaroneck back on the attack. This one still on the ground, nearly scooped up by Matt Marchini, unable to be controlled. The Admirals have possession. And this one passed up top to Tom Boyle as he runs downhill, takes a shot. This one knocked away. The Mamaroneck defense is on point. This is a shot attempt from Boyle, and this one sails wide left. He didn't really have a good angle there for that one. He took the shot, sails out of bounds, but possession remains with the Admirals as they look to get something going here in this third quarter. A good stop there. It's really all about footwork, and that's a good shot there. And that is Louis Mazzone as he takes the shot, he scores, and he gets the second goal of the game for the Admirals. So let's not talk about that mercy rule too soon. With 2:46 to go here in this third quarter. The Admirals closed the gap. There's still a large gap, but they close it to 10. And Mamaroneck gives up a goal there. They have mostly subs in the game as they get some playoff experience. But a good shot there from his zone as he gets a goal. And we'll now have a face-off. Can't really see who it is. It looks like number 5. Not sure. Yep, it's number 5 and number 23, Trey Cologne and Tucker Hogaboom. Nice last name, Tucker. And 2:30 left to go here in this third quarter. Time is ticking. And really, there's no such thing as garbage time in situations like this, especially for young high school players looking to get some on-field experience, especially in the playoffs. This is where you really see players blossom. You get to see your future team, a lot of call-ups. You get to see how they respond in this situation. And this one is shot, and this one bounces over the net. And looks like possession will remain with the Admirals. But I feel like there's no such thing as garbage time, especially in high school sports. This is somebody's opportunity to show the coach what they can do, whether it's for this season moving forward or for next season. Just always find a way to get better. Me personally, if I'm sitting on the end of the bench the whole game and coach calls my number, I'm not holding the ball, I'm in attack mode. Whether I'm playing lacrosse, basketball, whatever, you gotta always be in attack mode. Usually when teams start to let up and play soft, and that was a nice check there on the sideline, and that was Matt Marland, and that was a great check over there as he puts the Arlington defender on their back. But as I was saying, no such thing as garbage time. Whenever you get your opportunity to show what you can do, it's very important to do just that. Arlington swinging the ball around. It could have been a near steal there for the Tigers, and this is a bad pass, and it'll sail out of bounds, and it'll be Tigers ball. Declan Harrigan makes the pass. Now running downhill is Jack Betton as he makes a couple cuts, some good cuts there, but a stick on the stick, and the ball is knocked loose. But I believe a timeout was called by Coach Barnard. Probably a good timeout there as Harrigan lost the ball, or excuse me, Betton lost the ball. But nonetheless, the Tigers will have possession after this timeout. We'll be right back. We are back here, under 40 seconds to go here in this third quarter, and being harassed. So harassed on that play looked like Matt Marchini, and it was, as Arlington comes up with possession, and a timeout called by Coach Chad Jones. With 20 seconds left to go here in this third quarter, I guess he wants to draw something up for his team. They were on the move, but he calls a timeout. So with 20 seconds left to go here in this third quarter, we'll be right back. Back here for the final 20 seconds of this third quarter. As we approach the fourth, Mamaroneck with a 12-2 lead, and time winding down as it looks like they're not even gonna attempt a shot here to end this third quarter. So time runs out. I don't get that logic. I don't know why they didn't attempt a shot. But I don't know, we'll see. But that's the end of the third quarter. The Tigers with the 12-2 lead. And we'll be right back for the final quarter of this quarterfinal matchup with Mamaroneck leading by 10 goals. Fourth quarter here, and this Mamaroneck in major control, and this is a great steal there. And that's Declan Harrigan with the steal behind him. He didn't see him, but got the pass off as the Tigers are on the attack. This one controlled. And the Tigers slow things down. They could really take their time here with the commanding 10-goal lead and get really any shot they want. And some strong ball handling there, but eventually lost the ball. It was Cameron Thied. And this one, nice little shuffle pass over to Henry Eaton. And Mamaroneck continues to move the ball around, looking for a crease within the Admirals' defense. The Admirals have done a much better job here in the second half of defending, but Mamaroneck continued to defend as well, and they still have a 10-goal lead. And this is a great pass into the middle, and this is a nice little shot, nice little layup there. And with the goal is Tommy Dillon, the quarterback, as he gets one on the board. And I know his teammates are happy for him. And that is a goal for Dillon as the Tigers take a 13-2 lead. In for the face-off is Trey Colon, the notorious punt returner. And he'll be going against Peter Grega. And it's Colon who wins the face-off. And this is a great pass. Maybe had a chance for a shot, decided to swing it down to the ex-Thied. And Thied gets it back on the wing. And the Tigers look to set things up. Back to Thied. behind the net, and a great cut there. And this one is scored, number 23, Benjamin Vicinelli. And that was a great cut there from Vicinelli. Great recognition there from Theed, and a goal. Makes it a 12-goal lead for the Tigers. And that was a fabulous cut there from Vicinelli. Everyone paying attention to the ball being behind the net. All the attention was on Theed. As soon as they turned their heads, Vicinelli made the cut, received the pass, and rolled the goal in on the ground. And it's now a running clock as the Tigers have a 12-point lead. And this face-off is won by Arlington. But it's always good to see the reserves get in on the action, get some goals, get some playing time. It really builds team camaraderie, especially in the playoffs. Everybody feeling a part of the victories. Everybody feeling like they had their fair share. And this one is behind the net now. And this one is in. And that goal is scored. Looks like number 25, Billy Avizano. So the lead is back down to 11. And that takes away the mercy rule, so the clock stops. But a great goal there from Avizano as he gets his team's third goal of the game.
Go, Tommy. All right.
And a great face-off win by Trey Colon. Scooped that one up. Had a strong base, but he loses the ball. It's nearly a turnover. And it is indeed a turnover, as that loose ball unable to be corralled by the Tigers. So it's now Arlington back on the attack. Under 9 minutes to go here in this game. Arlington just wants to continue to fight, make this game as respectable as possible, as the Tigers will move on to the semifinals, and they'll be playing either North Rockland or Mayapack, as those two teams are battling to see who will move on to the semifinals as well. And this one is another great save from Freed as he gets down low and he pushes the pace. Good hustle to get the ball. It's really about those loose balls. You even have your goalie hustling. So the 15-1 Tigers, who will soon be 16-1, call a timeout with 8:08 left to go. So we'll be right back with LMC Varsity Sports. So we're back, and it's the Tigers with the ball. And down the sideline is Marchini. He makes a pass. Back up to Marchini. Marchini attacks. He takes a shot, and this one sails wide left. And out of bounds, but possession remains with the Tigers. And we have a flag down on the field.
Yeah, Lounger. All day, baby. All day with this. All day.
So we have a personal foul against Arlington. And that'll give Mamaroneck a man advantage. So we'll see if the Tigers can take advantage of the undisciplined play from the Admirals, as they already have an 11-goal lead with under 8 minutes to go. They're looking to expand upon that, and another cut and another great pass from Theed to Vicinelli, but this one unable to connect. Steed looks for another pass, Back to Steed, this one tipped, scoop back up. As Steed hustles forward, unable to get it. And the hustle from the Admirals pays off, and it'll be Arlington ball. Up the sideline is Colin Ford. He's had a good game here individually for his team, but it won't be enough as Mamaroneck continues to apply pressure, and a great save there by the newly inserted goalie, Will Charla. And Mamaroneck is back on the move. This one passed to the cutter, right down the throat, and this one is knocked away. A great save there from Griffin Weir, and the Admirals are back on the move. And this is a bad pass, and it'll sail out of bounds. It nearly sails out of bounds. And this one knocked out, and it'll be Arlington ball. So things picking up just a little bit here with the subs in, as they finally get loose. They're moving the ball. It's been a pretty even matchup here again with the subs. And this is a great shot attempt, but another good save from the goalie, Will Charla. And possession will remain with Arlington. Well, we'll actually have a face-off here. It'll be Trey Cologne versus Peter Grega, as they'll have another face-off. Most of the starters out of the game for the Tigers as they begin to look forward to their next matchup. It's now Cologne, as he gets low, he gets the ball. He makes a spin, makes a pass, and the Tigers set things up. See, with any game, you usually have to get past somebody. You really want to attack the defender's high foot, get your hip on their hip, and you can get past them with your feet. And once you get into the teeth of the defense, you have all types of shot angles, passing angles, and different things you could do with the ball. And that's when good decision making and quick decision and decisiveness comes into play once you're attacking the net. So this is some great experience here for the subs, for both teams, as they get some burn here in the playoffs. It's now Grega looking for a seam. He can't find one. He makes a pass too high. And this one is tracked down. Some good defense there from Molland. And a good shot there from Arlington, Lucas Burgon. And that is the 5th goal of the game for the Admirals. And it's a good one from Burgon. And they get the lead back down to single digits. And they're doing just what they want to do. You know, keep things under control, play good solid defense to end the game, and make things look respectable against the top-seeded Tigers. And this face-off is nearly won by the Admirals, but it's tracked down by Schneiderman. Schneiderman gets it, and it's now in the middle with Sundin. Sundin is being harassed. Sundin's still being harassed. He's strong with the ball. Makes a spin, nearly loses it, still has it. and not giving up on the play was James Bringman, as he eventually gets the steal. It's now Colin Ford. He attacks. He passes it up. Avizano has the ball in the deep corner, gets it to the X. And Arlington now looking for the attack, looking for some type of angle. They've come few and far between here in this game, especially in the first 3 quarters. And Martinez was looking for a call there, didn't get it. So a good swim move there from Tommy Dillon. This one pass back up top to Vicinelli. And Mamaroneck gets things settled down with under 4 minutes to go here in this game. And I'm not sure what the referee called. I don't know if it was offsides or I'm not sure exactly what it was. But it's now Arlington ball. They're on the attack, coming downhill towards the Tigers. And Lacrosse is very similar to any game. Just like basketball, just like football, you really want to impose your will on your opponent, exploit their weaknesses as much as you can. Whatever works, keep going to it until it doesn't work anymore. Find the mismatches, who can guard who can't guard who. And Mamaroneck has done a great job finding the mismatches throughout this game. As we now have a scramble for the ball, flags are thrown, hits are being given out, another flag thrown, and the referee looks to explain something. So I think he's calling a push. So I think it's going to be a push against Arlington. I'm not sure if that was a safety call. So I guess the referee just wanted to make sure things didn't get too chippy here to end this game, keep everyone safe, and everyone going home, well, Arlington going home and Mamaroneck moving on to the next game in one piece. So a good job by the referee keeping the game under control here late. This one passed to the X area. That's a dangerous area for the defense, as it's really hard to see the ball. The goalie can't really see where the ball is. And you got cutters coming from everywhere. And now the goalie turns around. Mamaroneck continues to move the ball. A lot of the times when the ball is being swung, and that was a great move there, but the shot just too high. But a good pump fake pass and shot attempt there. I believe that was Briggs, Jack Briggs. Not Colin Ford, but Matt Marchini with the ball. So with under 2 minutes to go here, Mamaroneck up 14-5. They've been aggressive the entire game, giving up 3 of their goals once the substitutions came in. So a great game for the starters, and a timeout call with 1:33 to go, down by 9 goals from Coach Chad Jones, as his team gets set to go home after this defeat from the 1-seeded Tigers. Play continues here, and this is a great shot. And that is Tom Boyle as he sends a dart down the throat of the Mamaroneck defense, sails past the goalie and into the net. And that's the 6th goal of the game for the Arlington Admirals as they continue to fight as time winds down on this season. They get the lead down to 8. And I'm sure they want to get another goal or two to make this game look even more respectable after Mamaroneck was in control for so long. So this face-off fought for and controlled by the Admirals. It's Grega. Grega gets the ball. Now the ball is loose. This one scooped up by the Tigers. A great scoop, but it's now lost. And scooped back up by Martinez. And Martinez is being harassed. He gets the pass off. And that is a turnover against Mamaroneck. It's now Admirals ball. 45 seconds left to go here. This one unable to be controlled, corralled.
Another goal, boys.
The Arlington fans urging their team to score another goal. As Mamaroneck tries to stop it, this one is shot, and this one is saved, and a great outlet pass as the Tigers are on the move. Jack Briggs taking it down. He decides not to shoot. Good sportsmanship there from Briggs as the Tigers come away with a 14-6 quarterfinal victory over the Arlington Admirals. A great game from Will Martin as he scored 4 first-quarter goals to get his team out to a hot start, and the Admirals could never recover after that. The Tigers stayed in control, leading by 10-plus goals for much of the game, and maintaining control throughout the 4th quarter as they come away with the victory, and they'll be moving on to the semifinals against either North Rockland or Mayapack on Monday. I'm Elijah Ware here with LMC Varsity Sports, and we'll be right back with your post-game interviews and analysis.
Elijah Ware here with Will Martin. And Will, you started off the game scoring 4 goals in the first quarter. What was your mindset to start this game, and how did you get those shots to go into the net?
We knew that Arlington was going to be a good opponent and they were going to be tough and come out of the gates strong. So we thought we had to come out with a strong start and get the offense going early and then work after that.
Defensively, you were superb throughout the first 3.5 quarters. Gave up a few goals there late. But what are you guys' strategies playing defense, and how do you do it so well?
I think today we did a really good job at the face-off X, just getting the ball, and then when it was on defense, we played really good team defense, having all the slides, second slides, like just being really organized. And so I think that was the key.
So you guys will be moving on to play Mayapack on Monday in the semifinals. What do you see from them? What do you guys need to prepare for in order to take it to the next level?
We played them earlier in the season, and they were a good opponent. Their defense is very strong. They have a really good goalie. Their offense is also very good. I think they're nothing to take lightly, and I think we're gonna bring it to them.
Okay. So moving forward, you'll be graduating this year. What's your plans after school?
I'm going to be going to Wesleyan to play lacrosse, and hopefully something good after that too.
Definitely. Elijah Ware here with Coach Barnard, and Coach, your team comes away with a good 14-6 victory, and you'll be playing Mayapack on Monday in the semifinals. How will you prepare your team moving forward to the next round of the playoffs?
We'll work hard tomorrow preparing. We're going to practice in the morning, and we'll walk through everything that we can. We did play them earlier in the season, so we're familiar with them. But that was, like the 3rd game of the season for us. So it's a long time ago. So we're looking at a different team at this juncture. So we'll do our best. We have some film already, so we'll do our best preparing for them.
Okay. In the first half, you called a timeout before the end of the quarter, and you drew up a play for your team, and you guys got a goal out of it. Can you run me through what was going through your mind at that point, and how you drew that one?
The end of the first half?
Yeah, the end of the first half.
That was we were just really running an offense, and at that point, one of the things we like to do when there's 30 seconds or 35, I think there was 36 seconds on the clock at that point, is get the last shot. So we literally just went at 10 seconds. It was about not giving them an opportunity to go down the field and score, and we want to take the last opportunity. So it was about that, and we were really just running an offense. There was some movement, the designated movement and so forth, but it was just a good pass.
Will Martin started off the game with 4 first-quarter goals. What do you have to say about him and his effort here to start you guys off, and then your team continuing throughout the game to get the victory?
Listen, he's a phenomenal kid. He's an outstanding lacrosse player. He's been playing hurt the entire season. I have nothing but positive things about him. He's a fantastic kid. I'm going to miss coaching him next year. And he and Tommy just connected a bunch of times, and so that's what they do when they play well together, and they just hook up, and it's really the both of them together. But Will's been amazing.
Elijah Ware here with your post-game analysis, and the Mamaroneck Tigers come away with a 14-6 victory here in this quarterfinal matchup against the Arlington Admirals. It was a great game, specifically a great first quarter from Will Martin, as he had 4 early goals to get his team off to a hot start, and the Admirals could never recover after that. Great playmaking from J.B. O'Connor, great playmaking from the entire team, good ball movement for the Tigers, great defense, not giving up too many goals until the fourth quarter when the subs came in. So great overall effort. The Tigers will be moving on next week on Monday to play against Mayapack, as they just won their game in overtime against North Rockland. So we'll be right here again on Monday as the Tigers get set to host their semifinal matchup and look to move forward. The Tigers improved to 16-1 on the season, and the season is now over for Arlington as they fall down to 10-8 and are knocked out of the playoffs. I'm Elijah Ware here with LMC Varsity Sports. Our cameramen are Sean Kelly and Francisco Farisi, and our community sports producer Rob Moretti. And we'll see you next time on LMC TV.
If you are interested in sponsoring this or other programs on LMC TV, contact us for more information.